Guys, my name is Amritendu. Today in SIT 210 Embedded System Development, the task 11.1p that is mostly focused on this group project. So finally our team has completed the project that is a smart attendance system. So here you also see that my first slide that is based smart attendance system by using Raspberry Pi camera and a smart attendance system using a Raspberry Pi and a camera could be a system that uses a computer vision and machine learning techniques to automatically recognize the track the attendance of individual in a room or a place. This that it means a classroom. The system could be set up to use the Raspberry Pi and the camera to capture images or video of the face and the classroom, that also classroom, then use the machine learning algorithm to identify and recognize the face of individual students in the image or video that are mainly that is mainly based the OpenCV based on the OpenCV, and the system could then track the attendance of this individual over time and provide reports to them, provide an email to the students or students' parents. So then we also come the next slide. That's the what components we use to make this project. So in this component we also use to make this project that is mainly that is Raspberry Pi, and the next is Raspberry Pi 5 megapixel camera that are the good, good for to capturing the images, and then we also come the next that is the breadboard, and we also use the jumper wire for our project. So then after we also come that the what is the problem statement for the required to make this project. So we also know that here in the classroom there is a paper-based attendance system. So paper-based attendance system a lot of problems. So the first problem is inaccuracy. It is easy for to attendance to forget to sign in or out, or for the person to responsible for recording attendance to make mistake. This can result in inaccurate attendance records. And the next point is the time consuming. Recording attendance manually can be the time consuming, particularly if the attendance is long. So that is the problem. And that is the next problem, that is lack of flexibility. Paper-based attendance system are flexible and cannot easily be modified once they are in use. So that is the problem. And then also come the lack of security. The private funding system are fraud or tampering. For example, signature alert attendance record after the fact. Anyone can duplicate the signature. So maybe proxy of the students for the attendance system, and also the environmental impact. The private attendance system is generally waste, which can have a negative impact of the environment. So that are the points. So I think that is the paper guidance system is to update it. So we also make to create a project that is the smart attendance system. So after that, the next we also come the next slide. So that is the flowchart for smart attendance system. So first of all, the flowchart smart attendance system that are the start project, and then also that also comes that the image stored in the system database. So the image of a students also store the database. I also use the database that is PHP MyAdmin, and then also comes that is the recognition process start after that. And then after the when the students come near the camera, then camera capture the images, and after that the images captured, they also send the data in the database, and database check continuously data, and after that this data this image also match that also show the present, and that also the present, and also send the Gmail of the student near the student via Gmail. And if the image does not match, that also shown absent and send the message of the student's parents near Gmail. Gmail also send near the absent student's parents. So that are the shown. And then after also come there are the still generated data, student data, a file generated with the student data. And next, after the attendance uploaded automatically in web server, and then after the all the program are ended. So that's the program. So this is the hardware setup. So this is the hardware setup. Is there also a camera also fixed in here in front of the classroom, and here are students also can and camera shown there, and here and the camera also capture this image in front of the camera. So then after also come the GitHub link. So we also click the GitHub link. So there is a GitHub link. In the GitHub link, we also open the first, that is the final search Python code. Here we also see that here we also imported the mysql.connector. So first of all, mysql.connector, we also use the library that is the phpMyAdmin. So here is the code in the GitHub. So in this in MySQL connector also is a software library that are enabled to MySQL program to access the MySQL database. So then after you also come that MySQL search, here also use the name, and here you also use the local host, and also define the local host and user password and the database name. And here you also create the fetching the name and also printed the username, and also input the username, that also so here they also use in the username. And then also next come the database programming. So here also that we also imported the MySQL connector. So firstly also tell you that the connector is a MySQL connector is a software library that enables MySQL program to access MySQL database. It provides a set of APIs, application programming interfaces, that allows the developer to create applications that can connect to a MySQL server and execute SQL queries, as well as retrieves and process the result. So that are the function of the MySQL connector. And here you also created the local host that are the based on the Wi-Fi IP address, and username, create a username, password, and also a database. And here we also write down the code, a.execute, and create table user attendance and data varchar 30 limited the character, that is a 30, and username varchar in the 255, that is a limited below 255, and date time varchar and primary key, that is data username, that are the code. And the next also comes that is the main.py. Here you also see that also imported the OpenCV library and import the Globe library and also face recognition library, NumPy library, and datetime for the database, and MySQL connector, and also OS library imported. And here you also defined all the things for the date time also defined today, date today and now, date time to now, and the string for the time for the current time. We also define this thing. And then also come the globe CP2 impressed, and then also come the encoding. Here the image capture and show the name for the encoding also. So this, so for this encoding, and here this the unique dot encoding and face recognition dot face encoding. Here also show the image name, and then also define MySQL database. And we also come the while loop. Have also added this face recognition library, so on. And then here we also come the test camera file. So first of all, for the testing the camera is good or not, and running or not. So you also firstly you also set up the camera. We also use the OpenCV library. So first of all, to install the Python library, I also need to the Python, and in the Python package that are mainly Python 4 module, that are the Python 3.8, and to install PyCamera also uh, PyPIP, that the Python package manager installed in the Raspberry Pi. And then we also install the sudo apt-get install python 3.py pip. And after that we also installed, and then we also installed pip3 install PyCamera. After installation the completed, I should able to use the PyCamera library. So and that are the protocol to open the live to create or to set up the camera. And Then the next is that are the send email code that are here also use the MySQL connector. We also this thing tell before and also use the SMT library. SMT library is the Python library that provides a simple way to send the email using the simply mail transfer protocol that is SMTP, and it allows to send the email message directly from the Python script program. So here also that also that the create a database, and here also using the local host we also so, and here we also cursor to report select username from the username attendance dashboard, and here also row result in student's name dot append row 0, and also show that the name and database, and also print the student's name, and here I was sender regarding attendance, what is the subject, and from sender, and who sent this message and who received this message. That is the point. So here also query also the name selected the username. That means the student name and date and when and date time, and also from user attendance. And there also on. That is the code. Then we have to come the and here also so the images I also show Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Amrit Bo, Dhruv, Samar, and there are the students' name. They here also stored this data partly, and then also come the hardware part. So here also that there is the path and my database that also shown in the GitHub code link. So here also student is sitting in front of the Pi camera, and they have the teacher also, and so they have the path, so that is home API dot vision. So here also in this path the student image are already given, already stored, so you can see this thing. Just a second. So in the training image, so here you also see that there are the images are stored of the students, and that is the code mainly that I also explained before. And here we run this code. And here you also see that there is the name also coming, and that is so the attendance are marked, and so the name also on the 10 to 4839. So that is the approaches. And after that is the student, you also see that in the user attendance, that is the PHP my admin database. So here you see that the attendance are marked in this PHP my admin database. Then data also stored in this data PHP my admin. So here you also note that the data also come, and they also zoom this thing to show the name of the student and time. And then after also come that the send email, run the send email code. So you also see that there are the mail also coming near the student. The attendance on completed, and the time also shown that 17 uh, 12:17, and that is the mail. So that the attendance also marked and the mail also coming. So that are the whole part. And then also the next students are coming that are demonstrate this thing. The students are coming and capture the image, and so this the Gmail also coming in his phone. That he also shown this thing. that the next student are coming already, and some see their face in near the Raspberry Pi camera. So their face. So that's all. Thank you so much. Bye bye.